9 to 5 jobs are absolute traps. You guys have to understand this. So you're working a 9 to 5 and you're putting in a lot of hard work to further someone else's company, someone else's brand, someone else's products, services, goods, all that. You have to understand that that is a trap because there are jobs that can pay you very well, but they give you a sense of security and they want you to stay in the cycle of, well, I'm too afraid to leave this because I'm afraid to either make more money and take a risk but have to wait a long time to get jobs because it is hard to get jobs nowadays in this market, or I stay here and I stay capped out at what I'm making and inflation's going up and I'm losing purchasing power and the dollar bill is falling. It's like, well, then what do I do, you know? And for some people it's the complete opposite. They're not making a lot of money and they want to make more, but they're too afraid to leave their job and to find something else because they know, again, the market's tough, but the money that they're making now, and they have to make something because they can't be out of a job or they're not making anything at all. There's no income coming in. And there's tons and tons of ways. These are just examples of ways that people get caught in a 9 to 5 trap. And I'm in it. You know, I'm working a 9 to 5 job that's paying well, but it's not going to pay well forever, you know? Inflation's going to keep going up. They can keep cutting interest rates for housing and mortgages and all that. But you know, when it comes to being in the 9 to 5, it's like I'm in there, but I definitely don't want to stay in that forever. There's got to be an escape. There's got to be ways out, and there's tons of ways that people have done it. I'm not sure what's gonna work for me, but I'm gonna try something, man. Because if you're working your 9 to 5 your entire life, you're not building anything besides building some small substantial wealth. You have to build, or I would say just income. I'm gonna say income first, and I'll tell you why in a second. So you're building some substantial income, and don't get me wrong, take care of your credit cards, pay everything off, don't live in debt, all that good stuff. But don't have this idea that your job's going to keep you safe or that your PTO is going to keep you safe or the people, you know, the people you work for. Because remember, you're working for corporations, you're working for companies. They want you to work. They don't care if something happens to your family. They don't care if you die. They're going to, everybody's going to care for a week and everybody's going to move on. And that's like the sad reality of the world. But you have to look at it like that, you know? You're working for these people to further their companies and their agendas and what they want. I do believe for people to break the 9 to 5, they have to cultivate their own success and they have to build something. I'm not sure what it will be. I'm not sure if you are interested in doing that or what it would be for you. I have an idea for myself, but I know if I don't try something different and if I don't try to take more risks, well, especially when I'm young, I'm very young in terms of being in the real world and all that, then if I don't know, if I don't take risks, then I'm stuck. Of course, I want to work a 9 to 5, and I do believe that it's gonna be harder for us to retire, man. 9 to 5 is a complete trap. It's complete. It gives you no hope. And for people that it does give somewhat hope to, it's giving them false hope and comfort, and they don't realize that they can be cut at any time. You hear stories of people working for a place for 30 years, snap, they cut the rope for younger, you know, to hire younger people or to downsize their company, or because of stuff like COVID and whatnot, or whatever it might have been, man. So you got to be careful with this stuff, man. You have to be. But I just don't want people to feel like they're stuck, but I understand if you do feel like you're stuck because it's hard. We've been conditioned to think that you go to school, you either go to college or you go to the workforce and you work for 6 to 7 decades, whatever, and then you retire. But I believe that people are starting to realize that they're not building anything besides they're just, you know, getting a paycheck, and that paycheck isn't making them happy. And why would it, you know? You're working for someone else, you're not working for yourself, you're not cultivating something for you're not creating something for yourself, man. You're creating something for somebody else. You're creating their numbers, you're making their numbers go up and all this other stuff. You're making their margins meet. But what about your margins, man? What about your income? We all deserve to be making more, man. And I'm not anti-work or anything, don't get me wrong. We all need to work 9 to 5s for now, but there should be something that you're doing on the side, some type of side hustle, some type of thing that is giving you a little bit more money monthly, you know, adding on to the money that you have monthly until it adds to be more than what you're making hourly. You know, our goal should be to make money around the clock, not just when we clock into work. So we should be making money 24/7 by investing into things or working on something that can make us money. I know people talk all the time about affiliate marketing, you know, drop shipping, all that stuff. I'm not too big on that stuff, but man, create something, you know, create a small business, clothing shop, game shop, make YouTube videos, have fun with something, build a business if it's something to do with art, anything, man. Start creating. Everything that you look at, I'm looking at my iPhone right now, I'm looking at my PC screen, my Xbox, PS5, my room, my lights. Someone had to work on the electricity for this, the Wi-Fi for this, the satellites. Everything came from thought. Your thought is what's going to help you break the 9 to 5. Your goals and your dreams and desires are a nest egg. And now all you have to do is just grow. You have all these ideas, it's time to grow. The thing that's holding everybody back, and that's holding me back, even currently, but I'm still fighting through it right now, is the fear of judgment from other people. That's all it is. The fear of judgment from other people. That's what's holding me back. And the fear of success to a degree as well too. Like, what happens when I get there? How am I going to feel and all this other stuff? But it's the fear of being judged, man. And it's the fear of failure. That's the 2 reasons why people aren't doing what they should be doing to break their 9 to 5, hopefully in the future, to invest properly, to use your income properly, and all this other stuff. It's a lot more than having goals, goals, dreams, desires, and all that stuff, and aspirations. You also have to learn how to use money, how money works, how to invest money, how to invest in yourself, and you have to learn how to create wealth, and how to create products or whatever you want to do to hopefully have that be your full-time job one day, create a service, whatever it might be. So the 9 to 5 is a complete trap. It will always trap people. That is the infinite rat race. A lot of people in the future are going to be forced to work till they're old because of terrible decisions, because they didn't take risks. Maybe for some people it's things that they, sadly, something happens, they lose all their money. Like, there are some things out of your control, but the things that are in control in your life, you have to take control of. It is time to start living differently. It's time to start working your 9 to 5, but start planning the steps to learn how to get out of it and start creating something for yourself and creating a life for yourself. Our 9 to 5 should be a step. It should be a step. It shouldn't be a place where you park it and you put the chair down and you sit there and you're like, all right, well, I unfolded my chair, I'm sitting here, this is my life, this is all right, I'm stuck working at this place and that place, I'm stuck working and making this amount, and my life will never get better because life is hard, inflation's bad, the cost of living's bad, and might go up, and now you're giving yourself all these outs. Yeah, granted, life sucks, it's a pain in the ass, it's hard, things are expensive, man. Life is expensive. Time is valuable, though. You have to have something to get you out of that mindset of, I'm stuck, this is it. That's what gets people. Think about a future family or a future spouse, a future legacy that you can live, and be like, all right, I'm only here temporarily. This isn't my final resting place. There's no way. I don't know. As for me, I refuse to believe that my life begins and ends at a 9 to 5. I'm not saying that to be boastful or prideful. I just know that there's more in the tank for me than to sit there and put all my hopes, dreams, desires, and aspirations down and be like, all right, well, I'm stuck working at Lowe's, or I'm stuck working at Walmart or 7-Eleven or Kroger or Sonic or whatever it might be, a warehouse, a cleaning agency, whatever it might be, you know what I mean? But you have to think of something more for yourself, and you have to see a bigger picture, and you have to wholeheartedly put everything into something different. Continue to work hard at your job, don't quit. Use your 9 to 5 to build income. That's what you should be doing with that. Use it to build income, use it to save money. Keep saving as much as possible, go beyond 10K if possible, and then on the side start creating something on the side, something that'll help people, something that is valuable to people, something that is going to help people grow and provide a service. One of the biggest things in business I've learned so far is you have to solve a problem, but not only solve it, but give a defined solution to a problem that people have, and you will grow your business or your ideas through the service of helping others. And that's all it is. Supply, demand. Easy economics right there, man. So keep that in mind. You have to go out there and you have to build something. You have to create something that not only is, yeah, okay, the money's important, but create something that is long lasting because you put the money in to do so. You have to do that. And whatever you put in, whatever time, money, effort, whatever you put into whatever you're doing, I promise it'll pay off if you have the right intentions, and you'll get everything you'll ever want. It's coming to you, but you just have to have the mindset that you can get out. And I know it is freaking hard to think you can get out of 9 to 5, because I mean, look at how things have happened for certain people's family or your family. People worked hard and, you know, they retired with nothing, or they retired with a little bit, or maybe they retired comfortably, you know? You never know, but you have to think about it in the future. I do think retirement's going to be harder, man. I can't sit here and prove it, but look at how much things have gone up in the last 3 years since 2020. My bad, last 4 years now since right into 2025. You know, a lot of stuff has changed. So I do think that with the changes to Social Security and mortgages and, you know, groceries, gas, with everything rising, technology, I do think the age of retirement, which I believe is around anywhere from, I want to say 55 to 65, I think it'll be pushed forward for sure. And people need to learn how to use money, how to create money, how it works, how the Federal Reserve prints money, how it's all working, and how they can infinitely spend it, but then tax everybody very, very hard. And how you're, you know, you're paying for your car insurance, your health insurance, your car, your gas, your groceries, your house, like how you're paying for so much. And where, you know, you need to learn where your money's going, and how, also how they use your money, and how they trade it, and how your banks actually take your money and you actually don't own it, that they're trading it with each other. And this is stuff that I think people should learn, and I'm definitely going to make videos about. But with that said, I don't want to ramble on too long. So yeah, it is possible to escape the 9 to 5 trap, and I will be an example of that one day. But I have to earn it, and I have to put the work in, and I have to suffer, and I have to go through pain. But to think that I'm stuck at my job forever, hell no. I refuse to. I refuse to be stuck at my 9 to 5 forever. I don't mind it as a stepping stone. I don't mind it to build a better work ethic. But to think I'm going to keep making them richer and not putting in money into my own pocket and creating something that I find of value, they're crazy, because I'm not tied to my job. I don't even believe in job security. And I'll talk about different jobs I've had in the future and how they turned out. But I don't believe in job security. I'm there for as long as I decide to be, and it's as long as they decide to keep me as well. I mean that is the bigger one. As long as they decide to keep me, you know, if you're a good worker, then you should be at your job for a very long time. So it might depend on you, but you never know. You know, downsides can happen, loss of being things with inventory, meaning margins. They can fire people and downsize it. They can cut hours, which is happening to me right now. But whatever happens, you have to realize that you need to have faith, and you have to apply yourself to no degree, and you have to have sleepless nights to even think that you can break the 9 to 5. And trust me, it's hard, but I'm going to get there, and I'm going to show people how to do it. But I have to earn my right first. I have to learn more about suffering, and I have to learn more about the real world and how money works, and how to invest properly, and how to invest in myself, my wealth, and all that other stuff, man. It's going to take time. You know, I'm not going to do it next year. I'm not going to probably do it the year after. But I have an idea of things that I want to create and services I want to give back to the world. And of course, it's going to make me income, but I know that I'm doing something great. I'm doing something that makes me happy. And that money that I'm making monthly will provide everything I need, and everything will work out just fine. But I just know that the road to get there is going to suck. I'm not going to enjoy a lot of it, but it'll get me where I need to get to. And, you know, I'll be thankful for it. Thankful to God that that's the path that I decided to take, and that's the path that He decided to approve. But we will see, you know. And there's nothing wrong with people that want to work careers and want to work towards a good career in tech, or things to do with STEM or agriculture, or whatever it might be, electrician, plumber. Continue to do that if it's something you like. But if you want to do something different, and you want to go down the more entrepreneurial route, then this is kind of what the video is made for. But I do respect people that are working very hard in construction and all that other stuff, and the trades, and even normal jobs, man. Even, I know people talk about making jokes like someone's got to flip the burgers, but as true as that is, you got to respect the fact that that person's doing it, you know, because that ain't easy, and we all have to start. Well, a lot of us have to start there. Some of us can get a head start, which I've never gotten a head start, but I know people that have. But it doesn't matter. You have to create and cultivate your own success, and in due time you will. Do believe that you're destined for something great. Do believe that good things will happen to you, and apply that and start. Even if you have to like convince yourself or trick yourself into believing it, it's better than to believe it than to not believe it. So keep that in mind, and just keep working, man. We got a long way to go. We got a long life to live, God, Lord willing. And we'll see how everything turns out. But I just want to make this video and just talk about the 9 to 5, man. Please don't think that that's where your life begins and that's where your life ends. And don't get comfortable, because the moment you're comfortable is the moment they snapped your neck in that mousetrap. And now you're stuck. And now it's going to take so much effort and time to get out of it. That's even if you want to. Even if you have the energy to. So be wary of how you think about your job. If you hate it, if you don't like working for other people and you want to be an entrepreneur or just get into a trade or something, like, be careful how you think about having hope for yourself and having an out for yourself, that you can get out of this 9 to 5 and start making something for yourself. You're not stuck there forever unless you want to be. I really do believe that. If you're in America and you're living in a good place where you have opportunity to not only put yourself out there but have opportunity to grow and create something, then you have no excuse or no complaints as to why you can't do something great. And keep that in mind as you go through your process of success and whatnot. 'Cause a lot of people don't have an option but to work, and that does come down to their choices, but that also does come down to circumstances that are out of their control. So if you do have an option like me to help people and to teach people and to provide a service to give people wisdom and knowledge, then do that, and do it through your business, whatever your business might be, and do it with a graceful and thankful heart, and do it with an open mind. And I do believe in due time, whether it takes 5 or 10 years, or 8 years or 2 or 1, you'll get the success that you want, and you'll start, making money doing your side hustle, and that side hustle will grow into your full-time job, and you'll love what you do every single morning, and that's what we should all shoot for. But with that said, hopefully you guys are doing all right. Let me know how you guys are down in the comments below. Do you guys find this video informative? Tell me about your jobs. Tell me, do you guys like them? Do you guys not like them? Tell me about any ideas that you have to build a future for yourself, or you go down the more entrepreneurial mindset, down the more entrepreneurial path. And with that said, I'm the Destined One. Hopefully my Destined Ones out there are doing pretty well. Hopefully you guys are all doing awesome today. And with that said, I got some more videos in the pipeline for you guys. So stick with me, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed The Legend of Zelda gameplay. It's a new game that came out. This came out in October. You play as Zelda. It's pretty fun. Pretty little cool, cute game where you're trying to save Link and whatnot. Gameplay is pretty fun. She builds stuff to like traverse the world, and you can even use Link's powers, which are pretty cool in the future. But yeah, this cool little game I wanted to show for you guys as I was making this video. With that said, y'all take care. I always appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for any type of likes, comments, subscribes that you guys have been doing for my channel. And I got more videos to come. We got some good stuff in the pipeline. Y'all take care, all right?